Hello friends, myself Pratik, Visiting Professor Lambda Lab, Tel Aviv University, Israel, Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Thapar University, Patiala, India. In this session, we are going to see the demonstration of Google's What If tool for AI fairness and counterfactual explanations. Let us start this session. Google's PAIR team, which refers to People plus AI Research, has designed the What If tool for generating explanations based on visualization for AI fairness and counterfactuals. We are going to see the demonstration of this tool in this session. In order to start the demonstration of this tool, the first step will be to Google this term. So when you Google this term, the first link will be PAIR-code from GitHub. This is the web page for What If tool maintained by Google PAIR team. Let's open this page. On this page, they have provided everything which is required to work on What If tool. You can see that they have provided the tabs for tutorials, demos, FAQs, and even they have provided the page for GitHub. We are going to use all these resources in this session. And as mentioned on this home page, What If tool is used to visually probe the behavior of trained machine learning models with minimal coding. This is the interface of What If tool. In order to understand this interface further, they have provided the list of tutorials. Let us click on this link. The first tutorial is Tour of What If tool. Let's click on this. In this web page, they have provided the documentation for What If tool. In order to understand the working of What If tool, the best way will be to see its demonstration. So let's click on this demos page. Here they have provided web demos through which we can play with What If tool on preloaded trained models without any coding. We will understand the working of What If tool through all these web demos. They have provided a list of preloaded trained model where we can simply apply What If tool, and these preloaded trained models are: the first model is for comparison of income classification on UCI census data. The second is to explore age prediction regression on UCI census data. Third is on explore celebrity face image smile classification. Fourth is on exploring flower image classification. Fifth is on investigating fairness on Compass dataset. So we are going to understand the working of What If tool through all these preloaded trained models one by one. In this session, we are going to start with explore age prediction regression on UCI census dataset. And our objective will be to explore the performance of this regression models, which are used to predict the person's age from their census information. In order to launch this web demonstration, we just need to click on this link. It will open a HTML file. This has loaded the dataset. This is What If tool demo, regression model for predicting the age with the UCI census income dataset. Here you can see that What If tool has three important tabs. First is data point editor, second is performance, and third is features. We will discuss all of these one by one. So let's first concentrate on data point editor. Here we have loaded the dataset, and all these are the data points. And model is making predictions on the person's age. Here the predicted age are shown in different colors. The one range is 64.7 to 76. This is the second range, and these are divided into 5 ranges. This initial interface is used to visualize any data point. So let's click on any data point. So here I have selected this data point. As soon as I have selected a particular data point, the inference for that particular data point has been generated by the model. The selected data point is data point 19. This is the information about its attribute. In this dataset, we have attributes like relationship, capital gain, education, native country, occupation, race, capital loss, work class, marital status, sex, over 50K, education, hour per week, and age. Here this is the actual age of the person. Since this model predicts the age of the person on the basis of all these input attributes, you can see that the dataset already has an age column. So this is the actual age. Let's see the predicted age, and here you can see the predicted age of the person, which is predicted by this model. From this you can clearly see that WHATIF tool provides the details about the value of each individual attribute for the selected data point, and it also provides the corresponding predicted values. So for selected data point 19, the actual age is 40 while the predicted age is 41. We can simply change this to any other data points. Let's click here. So now the selected data point is 11. In this case, the actual age is 36 while the predicted age is 46, and these are the attributes of the selected data point. It is also important to note that we can change the value of any input attribute in this interface, and then we can again invoke our machine learning model to make the predictions for this updated value. For example, in this case, education number is 13. Let's change this education number to 4 while the value of all other attribute has been kept same. Now let's make the predictions for this changed value. Let's understand the behavior of the model if education number is 4 by keeping all other attributes same. Let's see its prediction. You can see that now the prediction is age 53. We have kept all other attributes same, only we have reduced the education number, and by reducing the education number, the predicted age has been increased to 53. It means that model consider that aged people has less education number. Let's change this education number to 20. Now let's see the prediction. Now the predicted age has been reduced to 42. It is important to note that we have just changed the value of only one attribute, that is education number. This way we can analyze the behavior of our model by changing the value of any input attribute from this interface directly. These icons are also very important. We can simply press this icon to undo the changes. We also have an option to create duplicate data point, and we also have an option to delete the data point. So let's undo all these changes. Changes has been revoked back. Now let us select any another data point. In this case, I have selected a data point 48. Here the actual age is 52 and predicted age is 55. And the other important feature of WHATIF tool is to generate counterfactuals. So we can simply enable this option to generate nearest counterfactuals for this selected data point. Let's enable this option to see the counterfactuals for the selected instance 48. So as soon as I have enabled this option, you can see that now I have two data points which are selected by our model, and these are the nearest counterfactuals. One data point is 48 and another is 269, and these are the nearest counterfactuals for the selected data point 48. And there is a change in the value of occupation, marital status, relationship, race, hour per week, and you can see the difference in the age. One data point has age 52 while another data point has age 31, and these are their corresponding predicted values. And from this you can analyze that WHATIF tool is capable to generate counterfactuals for any selected data point, and these counterfactuals provides the two nearest data points which has similar kind of features but both belong to different classes. When we have to generate the counterfactuals, we have to select the distance metric. By default the distance metric is L1. We can change it to L2. Let's quickly discuss the meaning of L1 and L2. As mentioned by Dennis in his book on explainable AI, L1 refers to Manhattan distance. In order to move from 00 to 56, in case of Manhattan distance, the path will be this. It means 5 blocks in a straight line, and then we have to turn left and then 6 blocks in this direction. So the total blocks will be 5 plus 6. So this is the formula for Manhattan distance. And by selecting L1 in WhatIf tool, we are actually using Manhattan distance to generate counterfactuals. When we select L2, it actually uses Euclidean distance to calculate the distance between 2 points. In case of L2, in order to move from 0, 0 to 5, 6, we should follow this path, and this is the minimum distance in order to move from 0, 0 to 5, 6. And formula for this is square root of sum of square distances. So L2 means Euclidean distance while L1 refers to Manhattan distance. So at present we have selected Manhattan distance to generate counterfactuals, while we can also use L2 to generate these counterfactuals. The another important option is partial dependence plot, where we can analyze the behavior of our input attribute with respect to our inference value or output attribute. Here the output attribute is age, and in this graph we are showing relationship of age with capital gain, and you can see that as capital gain increases, the predicted value of age is also increases. This is also interesting graph. This is the relationship of age with hour per week, which clearly show that young people work for more number of hours as compared to old people. So we can conclude that in Visualize we have two options. One is data points, which are used to analyze selected data points. We can generate its counterfactuals, and we can also visualize partial dependence plot to see the behavior of our class attribute with respect to selected input attribute. The other tab is performance. Here this is the overall performance analysis of regression model. It has total 500 data points. And these are the values of various metric like mean absolute error, median absolute error, mean square error, median square error, and so on. So this table shows the average attribution value of each feature across set of data points ordered from maximum to minimum. So here you can see that capital gain relationship over 5k native country has positive value of weight, while other attributes has negative value of weight. Hour per week has highest negative value of weight. It means more value of hour per week will result less value of age. So we can conclude that in performance tab you can analyze the performance of the model. In order to analyze the features, we have third tab, that is features. Here it provides the details about each selected feature. For example, it provides the count of missing value, mean, standard deviation, median, etc. for each of the input attributes. This is the analysis of all the features in this particular case. So we can conclude that in WhatIf tool we have three important tabs. One is data point editor. In Visualize we have two options. One is data point and second is partial dependence plot. We can also generate counterfactuals for the selected data points. And to analyze the performance of our model, we can use performance tab, and in order to perform analysis of features we can use feature tab. This is all about demonstration of WhatIf tool on regression model for predicting the age for UCI census income dataset. In next session we will see the demonstration of WhatIf tool on another pre-trained model. This is all about this session. I request you to please subscribe this YouTube channel. I have created few online courses over Udemy platform. These courses are Simplified Approach to DBMS, Learn SQL in a Simplified Manner, Mastering PL/SQL, Mastering Machine Learning, Genetic Algorithm for Machine Learning, and Association Mining for Machine Learning. All these courses are available at Udemy platform. You can explore these courses to learn more on this. I have also authored books on data mining and data warehousing, DBMS, NoSQL, Beginning with SQL, and PL/SQL for beginners. All these books are available at Amazon platform. To read more on this, you can refer my website prateekbhatia.com. Thanks for watching this video.